Today, I'd like to talk about the power of our attention. Where we put our attention, it's fundamental for, for our life, for how we feel, for how we work, for how we are, for how we relate with all things, with all people, constantly in our life. So it's so important. Yesterday night we did in Universal Healing the healing for the liver, and it was so eye-opening for me during the healing to feel the intensity of the negative attention that was there. Negative attention, I'm gonna explain what that means. Negative attention would be attention that we put in the things that we the things that we lack. The things that we lack are pulling our attention constantly. And I think it's part of our, how we have been raised and how this society works in many ways, that we put our attention into the things that maybe we won, but mainly the things that we don't have. So yesterday in the healing, in the touching the liver, there was all that suffering and all these different emotions related to the lack of self-esteem. And it's very important because it's a wheel that feeds itself continuously, energetically speaking. When we feel that we lack something, and we keep focusing in that, and then we start regretting or being upset or being angry, and that anger can be projected outside, but also it can be many times projected towards ourselves. That how come I'm not smarter, how come I'm not stronger, how come I'm not more beautiful, how come I'm not thinner, or whatever it is. So it's not a coincidence that in all traditions, spiritual traditions, they do meditations, prayers, and many other exercises to cultivate our capacity to have our attention in us, to control our attention, because that really helps you to focus your energy. So it's not a mystery nowadays that we are creators and that we create continuously in a quantum level, continuously with our attention. With our attention, with our thoughts, with our emotions. With our emotions, it's how we feel, and with our actions. And when we are able to take a moment to breathe, when we are not feeling good, to breathe and allow our attention to come back to ourselves, to our body. We can use our breath, but it's not necessary. The breath will come. Just to our attention to the sensations in your body. To be here and now. Then from this place, we can put our attention in what we want, but not from a space of lacking that thing, that project, a relationship, a new job, to create a new company, whatever it is. We don't focus in that we don't have that. We focus in how much we like that, how good it feels to have the vision of us with that, or of us creating, or of us opening the space for that to come to our life. And in doing that, we are aligning with who we are as well. And it's not that important what we do. What is more important? I mean, what we do is important, but it's not so important the effort that we put in it. But the most important thing is to keep putting our attention into that. I see many clients constantly that they have they don't feel good in life because they have a strong sense that they lack something. That maybe, and of course many people has been diagnosed with many different things nowadays, like ADHD and autism and being in the spectrum and all that. And if you put your attention constantly into that, you cannot do things because you are suffering something, you have some condition, then it's going to be difficult to really step out of that. And of course, in doing that, you are also putting your attention to what someone else have told you that you are. So again, come back to yourself. Come back to the presence in this body. And see where your attention goes. And if you don't like where it goes, bring it back to here and now, to this space where you are in absolute control of your attention. It is not that difficult. And it's amazingly powerful. It's how this universe is creating. It's how the divine energy is creating through you all the time. We also, people that believe in God or doesn't believe in God, and they are saying, oh, how God is allowing this world to be this way, how God is allowing wars to happen, how God is allowing the injustice to happen. Well, God is, I'm saying God, you can say the divine energy, the quantum nature of this universe. You can say whatever fits you in the way to explain how this universe works. But God is you. God wants you to have this exploration. And we are made in absolute resemblance to the divine energy. This divine energy is part of our nature, and we are creating all the time. So it's so important that we can hold on in our own attention, and we can use it in the way that we really want. If you don't want a war, don't focus in that war, in how bad it is and all the disasters that are happening. It's better to visualize in you, to feel in you the peace that you are holding in your body. And from that space, you can put your attention into things that you like. It's so important to know what you like and to like the things that you like, because your attention goes there. So the whole universe is creating a space in your life for you to keep experiencing the things that you like, instead of the things that you don't like. But like I said before, when we are watching social media all the time and TV and listening to the negativity that is happening externally, that negativity, it comes in as well. And in a way you lose your presence. And then your life, it's more an accident or more something that is happening to you. So we become victims when we don't hold on into our attention, when we don't have our attention with us, when we don't control and love to have power over our attention, because our attention, it's always working, always, no matter what, even when we are sleeping. So my invitation today is for you to pay attention moment by moment. Maybe tomorrow you can decide, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna pay attention to my attention, where it goes. What do I do with my attention? And I'm gonna try to bring it back and play with it, experiment with it. This is just the spiritual work that for, I don't know for how long, but for a very long time, all the traditions, spiritual traditions that are looking for a space to end suffering in humankind are telling us to do, and is that to be in your body and to bring your attention to where you want it, to where you want it. And you know that I like to talk about personal power. So the most important thing in personal power, in holding a strong personal power, it's keeping your attention with you, being conscious of where your attention goes, being conscious of what your attention is creating in your life. And if you are always putting your attention in what you are lacking, you're going to be creating more lack of that. If you are attuning your attention to what you want from a space that is allowing you to feel how good it feels to have this, whatever you want that is coming your way, put your attention there and keep it there. That doesn't mean that you cannot go and do live and do all your things and all that, but see, witness yourself. See what happens when you're driving. See what happens when you are walking your dog around. Are you in relationship with life? In a positive relationship. Positive meaning that you are not losing yourself into what is happening. If not, that you are present in your body with your attention, and then you are witnessing life. And you are allowing, when we open up our attention to the magnificence that is here, it's what I call the fifth dimension perception of life. Because the fifth dimension, it's here, and it depends in where we put our attention. If we put our attention in fear, in lacking, in I'm not going to have enough, so I need to survive, no matter what, or I'm gonna die, or look what happened to me, or what he or she did to me, and so on. We are keeping our attention into that space of victimhood, and on keeping our attention there, we become victims of our own attention. Like I said before, this is not a secret, and it is explained in many different ways, in many in all the spiritual traditions, also in quantum physics, and so on. So why you are here and why do you have this power? Use it. Explore. Dare to be who you are. Dare to put your attention where you want to put it, not where everything else is inviting you to put it. Of course, in this multimedia world that we're living, our attention gets also can get very dispersed in many different directions at the same time. And that also keeps you dispersed. So bring your attention back to you, to what is really important in your life, to what makes you feel good, to what makes you feel that this life is worth it living, where you can love yourself, where you can be open to the life that is here for you. So welcome your attention to you and do what is in your power to keep it with you. Thank you.